Hi and welcome to the first of the Ren'Py Maker tutorials. In this video we'll be looking at what Ren'Py is, as well as Unity and how to get started with Ren'Py Maker in Unity. As you may already know, Ren'Py is great for making visual novels, and if it could only step through graphics and text in a linear way, it wouldn't be so powerful. But one of the great things about Ren'Py is that you can actually interact with the story in an interactive way using menus. And with the advent of film and other media types being introduced, it is certainly going to be used in the future more and more for interactive tutorials as well as presentations. And if you'd like to see some of the works that have been created using Ren'Py, you can go to itch.io, where you can find hundreds, if not thousands, of existing novels and other types of games created with Ren'Py. And if you haven't already done so, you can head over to the ren'py.org website to get a copy of the program. It's completely free. And if you click on the download button here and follow the instructions, I'm sure you won't have any problems installing the program. And if you'd like to learn more about Ren'Py, you can click on the documentation link here, which will take you to their tutorial and their quick start guide, which has a lot of information about how to get started. And if you have any other questions and would like some answers, you can come over to the Lemma soft forums here. Now, as you begin to create your first novel, you probably realize that as you add more and more features to the program, that the scripting itself becomes increasingly more difficult as well. And it was this reason that led me to create Ren'Py Maker in the first place, to alleviate some of the hassles of having to remember all of the scripting syntax. But before we can get started with Ren'Py Maker, we first need to install Unity. If you head over to the unity.com website, the Unity Hub page, and click on the Getting Started with Unity, if you follow all the instructions, you shouldn't have any problems installing it. This will install the Unity Hub, which then allows you to create the Unity project, which we will then use to create the project for Ren'Py Maker. Unity is a free program, but there will be a sign-up process, and you will need to sign up for a free license to use the program. It can be a lengthy process installing Unity, so while that's happening, if you head over to the GitHub page, you'll want to grab the source code by clicking on the code button and then clicking on the download zip button here to grab the package ready to install. Now that we have everything required, we can head over and open up the Unity Hub program. And by clicking on New Project, we can select the editor version we want here and the type of project we want to create here. In this case, we want to create a 3D project. Enter a new name for your project here, and once you're ready, click on Create Project. And once Unity has created your new project, you should see something that looks a little bit like this. The next thing we need to do is to open up the zip file that we downloaded from GitHub. And from there, we want to copy the assets, packages, and project settings folders. Copy those and paste them directly into the new project that you just created. Overwrite the assets, packages, and project settings folders when asked. It may take a while for Unity to read the new files, but once that's done, it's probably the best time to give Unity a restart just to make sure everything is configured properly. But once that's done, if you open up the assets folder here, you'll see the Ren'Py Maker and other files have been installed correctly. And we can go ahead and click on the Scenes folder and double click on the Ren'Py Maker scene. And next we want to open up the graph window for Ren'Py Maker. If we come down to Resources and open up the Tutorial folder, double click on that, and you'll see the new graph window. I'm just going to click on the tab here. I'm going to drag it over next to the inspector window here. If I resize the window, I'm also going to move the console window here and drag it over to the inspector window. And I'm also going to grab the hierarchy window and I'm going to drag it down next to the project window. We're currently looking at the scene, and if we want to, we can click on the game window and also change the free aspect to 16:9 aspect. And we're all ready to test the program in Unity. To do this, we click on the play button at the top of the window here. And once started, you'll notice that the dialog window is now highlighted, and as we click on the game window, it will step through each dialog, and you can follow the story as you click. It all appears to be working fine, so that's about it for this tutorial. In the next one, we'll be covering how to create your own project. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.